Carucci, Bucky, Gleason here at One Bills Drive. Lots to talk about. Let's start on the injury front. The Bills have two quarterbacks still in concussion protocol. Starter Tyrod Taylor, third stringer TJ Yates. Bucky, it creates a dilemma because they got this preseason game coming up Thursday night, the finale of the preseason. And, of course, you don't want to expose your starter. You wouldn't if Tyrod was healty to that game. But the other healthy quarterback they got is Nathan Peterman, the rookie, along with recently signed Keith Wenning. And if it were up to the Bills, let Wenning take all the snaps Thursday night because Peterman could end up being your starter for the September 10th opener. But it's a quandary because Wenning just got here, and putting him even out on the field for a preseason game is a challenge.
Yeah, I mean, it's really a big mess right now. You really can't put Peterman out there, I don't think, Vic, at all, because if this guy goes down, then you really have problems. Then you have three guys that know the offense. None of them can play. You can't risk that going into the season opener. So you have Wenning going out there who doesn't really know the offense at all. He's got a little bit of history with Dennison, the offensive coordinator. But you're throwing this guy into a crazy situation, too, into the fire, by having him going out and playing an entire game with a bunch of players that he doesn't know and an offense that he knows less about.
And the question I get a lot, I'm sure you do too, is, okay, when do guys come out of concussion protocol? It's indefinite until they get cleared to do so. And I asked that question of Sean McDermott today, and he said, hey, we get very little in the way of updates. We just get told they're in concussion protocol, and you deal with that. So this looms as a potential major issue for the Buffalo Bills with September 10th just around the corner when they face the Jets in a game that counts. And right now, Nathan Peterman would be the guy taking the start in that game in all likelihood. So we'll see how that plays out. Meanwhile, on the Marcell Dareus front, we talked with, and you did as well, talked with McDermott a lot about the limitations of punishment that might be there because of this guy or his inability to receive the message from the head coach. But the contract that he has, of course, poses major issues. Bucky, to release Dareus, and people say, just get rid of the guy. Well, $24 million plus is the dead cap money for a guy who wouldn't be on your roster if you cut him.
Yeah, I mean, that's a major hit. There's no question about it. But I think you have to look at things realistically. And, what are the chances that this team is going to make the playoffs this year? Slim and none. I mean, I don't think they're going to be all that much better next year. So to me, you just might be better off cutting this guy loose, eating the money, and just dealing with it while trying to build toward the future. Now, they're sending mixed messages there. They're saying that, look, we want to win now, and we also want to build for the future. But that's a tough task, to trying to do both things at once. I think that they should just, think of things more in the long term. Even if they have Dareus to the end of his contract, he's costing them $1 million per game on average to do what? To help you 1 year maybe at the end of his contract? I don't think it's worth the hassle. I really, question whether he wants to be here, and he's given me no indication whatsoever that he has cleaned up his act.
You're going to have more on Dareus in a column posted at buffalonews.com. I'll have more on the quarterback situation, and also the competition at right guard continues with Vlad Dukas challenging incumbent John Miller there. McDermott saying those two are still battling. They both will play Thursday night against the Detroit Lions, so we'll see how that sorts itself out. For Bucky Gleason, for Harry Skull, I'm Vic Carucci saying check back for much, much more at buffalonews.com.